So you've bought an apartment or a house in Montenegro, congratulations. If the property isn't furnished, then naturally you'll need to buy furniture. Let's take a look at where you can do that. Right away, I'll say that we're not planning to make a long video. The goal is to explain things briefly, but to the point and without any fluff. So, where can you get furniture and various items you'll need for your new apartment? Let's start with furniture. There are quite a few furniture stores in Montenegro, but in most cases, there's no point in visiting all of them since their selections often overlap. The largest furniture store in Montenegro is Namos. It's located in Podgorica and specializes in selling furniture in the mid-price range. In other words, it's what most people are looking for. Although for certain categories they also have expensive furniture. So the first thing you should do is go to Namos. If you can't find anything suitable there, then you can think about where else to go. Oh, and Namos delivers throughout Montenegro, meaning purchases made at Namos can be delivered to any city in Montenegro without any issues. Next to Namos, you can visit another furniture store if your budget allows. But first, assess your own possibilities. The furniture there is of amazing quality. I've never seen anything like it anywhere else. It's Italian made, incredibly beautiful and incredibly expensive. For example, the price of chairs starts at 200 euros. However, for wealthy people who can afford to buy truly expensive, high quality furniture, this store is quite suitable. That's exactly the kind of furniture they sell there. I also want to say something about Zichanka. They have several stores in Montenegro. For example, one of them is located not far from the airport in Tivat. Zichanka offers many types of furniture, but often the furniture is noticeably more expensive than at Namos. But there are also items that are quite affordable and attractive in terms of quality. Go in and take a look. The last thing I want to talk about is where to buy a kitchen. Obviously, it's the same as with buying furniture. You can buy kitchens in many places, but I'll focus only on the main options. In first place, again, is Namos. They have kitchens that are both relatively inexpensive and also ones that are of a very, very, very high quality. Another option is to have a kitchen custom made. The cost will depend on what you want, but you need to understand right away that a custom made kitchen is generally more expensive than buying a ready made option. Very cheap kitchen options are sold at tips where you can literally buy a kitchen for 300 or 400 euros. Of course, it's clear that the quality will be quite low, but if that's exactly what you're looking for, or if your finances perhaps don't allow for more, then tips should be your first stop. They really have a good selection of very cheap kitchens there. The largest stores of this chain are located in Podgorica and near Kotor. Head over there. At the time this video was recorded, kitchen prices started at 300 euros. Tips delivers all of its product to any city in Montenegro for purchases starting from 20 euros. If you need to have a kitchen countertop made and built-in kitchen appliances installed, I can also recommend where you can get all of this done. Be sure to visit Ramont in Nikšić. Honestly, I didn't like the kitchens at Ramont, but the beds, sofas, wardrobes, and some other furniture there are quite decent, and there's a good selection. Now let's move on to buying appliances. First of all, visit Technomax. They have the best selection of washing machines, refrigerators, stoves, vacuum cleaners, and so on. So, Technomax should be your first stop. If you don't like something there, if something doesn't suit you, then go to other stores. I think there's a Technomax in every coastal city, at least in Herceg Novi. There is one, actually, we even have two Technomax stores in our city. One is smaller and the other is really large. I won't talk about where to buy plumbing fixtures, because in most cases, real estate in Montenegro comes equipped with plumbing and a split system air conditioner before it's even sold. So you won't have to buy these things yourself. But let me say a few words about where to buy everything for the bathroom. Mirrors, cabinets, all sorts of hooks, and so on. There's a very good selection at Tips. And by the way, you can also check out chandeliers there. You can also look for similar items at Bokum. The selection there is a bit smaller than at Tips, but there's still plenty to choose from. For dishes, trash bins, mops, and similar items, also start with Tips. Important! At Namos, Technomax, Tips, and many other stores, you get a 10% discount when you pay in full on the spot.